Sagittarius, definitely this is your month. Well, I imagine this already is still the birthday for some of you guys. If that's the case, happy birthday. This is a very important month for everyone, but definitely I think it's gonna be a very important month for you guys. You know, just before starting with the reading, I just want to say that, well, first of all, thank you for watching already. I've been planning on opening this channel for quite some time, and I was traveling, and I was kind of concentrating myself in private readings more than starting the channel. And you know, with this month and all these changes of energy that are happening, I thought, Julieta, you need to start right now. And you know, I felt that this was the right time. You know, I mean, like I knew that this had to be it. You know, and you know, I mean, this channel is for tarot. It's not for astrology. So if you're looking for astrology, I will invite you to better check other channels that are like more focused on that. But I do like to base myself a little bit in astrology and mix it up with tarot, as you know, already the basis of tarot there is quite a lot of you know, connections with the astrology. And you know, this is a general reading, and it's not gonna resonate the story that will come, or maybe the stories, because sometimes it could be that there are many stories coming in just one reading. But you know, when we're talking about doing general readings, this is not something that's gonna speak to all of you. It's impossible, and that's okay. You know, I mean, I invite you in that case to check other signs. Maybe that's an influence that's stronger in your chart, in your natal chart. Or maybe you could check to try to get a private reading. You know, I'm leaving my information right below. And you know, maybe if you connect with this story, definitely, you know, getting a private reading is something that would allow you to, and myself too, to connect more directly with your energy and whatever is happening in your life. So, wow, I mean, this is, I don't know, guys, how you're feeling exactly right now, but I imagine that pretty strong. I mean, like, we're gonna have a solar total eclipse in your sign, the 14th of December. And this is in your sign. So it's gonna be, I mean, you're gonna be the ones who are gonna feel it the most. And you know, when there are eclipses, if you don't know this, you know, the eclipses, they symbolize like this big change. You know, it's like this end of the chapter and like the new beginning. You know, it's like this complete new beginning. And when it's like falling on your sign, and there is a sense here that this change will affect radically the way you look, the way you feel yourself, the way you probably see the world. You know, it's like this kind of like huge big perspective that is falling off from the past, and that it's giving you the entrance to a new way of being. You know, because the sun, you know, is like that representation of what we are. You know, it's like really like what we are in the sense of consciousness, you know, like what we are conscious of ourselves. And I think there is gonna be like this huge shift of consciousness of your own self. And this could also show in many different ways, and maybe you're not gonna feel this immediately. I think that some of you could, but definitely during this beginning 2021 and this first year, you're gonna feel it at some point or another. You're gonna see like this big shift, you know. And the other aspect that's gonna be very important this month, and some of you might have heard of it, is the big conjunction of Jupiter and Saturn. In your case, guys, this conjunction is passing from your second house to your third house. And I think, you know, as it comes, is that this transition, I think that in the last period, there has been some restrictions, or maybe you have been having some issues with finances, with self-worth, with money, maybe, you know, in general, like how you get your resources, and also like how you value yourself, you know, it's like how you can get things in the way that you feel like you're being valued for what you do and what you are. And this shift is like it's passing from that house to the third house, which is gonna be great, you know, because I believe that this, it's like if you have been working hard in these like self-worth, maybe if you have issues regarding that, or you having problems with your finances, I think this movement, this transition, it's the moment when you're gonna start feeling that getting paid for whatever you were working hard on. Okay, maybe whatever wasn't working, now you will get that gift, you will get that prize, you know, you will get that value paid off. And you know, when we're talking about the third house, and this is gonna be like a big influence for the next years, definitely. I think that this is gonna be a nice period where you're probably gonna experience some very important changes in career, in learning. I think that you're gonna discover maybe a skill, if you didn't have it already, because maybe you had it already but you were not being able to develop it, you were not able to use it as you wish. And some of you, maybe there is a certain skill or talent that you have that you could not apply, or you could not really you didn't know you even have. And I think that from this month on, there is this thing that you will discover that will be very important in the next years coming. And I think that this is something that it's gonna be a very important focus for yourself, you know. Third house is a house that talks, you know, about learning, basic learning, getting new skills, languages, you know, short trips. So it could be definitely, you know, and the first card, you know, it's like the first card that jump out in your present, the Six of Wands. And this is movement. This is recognition. And I think that maybe, you know, I know that there are still some restrictions in the world considering, you know, the virus and all what has been happening throughout this year. But you know, I know that now things will start coming to, you know, movement again. You know, it's like things are gonna start moving again. And maybe some of you like this big shift in career, or there is like this big shift, like, you know, something that you want to do, that you're very passionate about, and that you will be able to move forward with that idea, that project, that passion, you know. And I think that this is also, you know, the Six of Wands, it always talks about a certain level of recognition. So, I mean, this is your month, and I'm certain that there are many eyes on you, you know. I think that many people had been in your environment, and maybe like checking out what Sagittarius is doing, you know, like what is up to. Second card for your past came out. I see this is a massive change. Ten of Swords. This is what has been in your past, and you know, this is I mean, I like this card so much more than the Nine of Swords. Why? Because, you know, like the Ten of Swords is when this battle, this mental like battle, you know, has come to an end. And I think that Sagittarius, I think that I'm telling the story as it comes, okay? I think in the past there has been quite a lot of issues, and maybe some people, and this is gonna be very specific for someone back, I mean, right there. I think that someone had experienced a lot of painful, like a very painful ending in their life. And I think that this has been something that had caused a lot of mental issues. You know, swords are always associated to thinking, you know, to ideas, many times as well to communication, because it's all about, you know, the head, you know, the mind. And the Ten of Swords, this means the end of a certain idea, the end of something that was probably very hurtful and that it took you a long time to get out of it. This is like this end of the cycle, you know, the end of a battle, something that was deep down in your mind. Maybe somebody had really mental issues, suffer from depression, or suffer from anxiety attacks or psychotic attacks, maybe even. And this is something that I think, you know, and this is, as I said, is talking to maybe someone in particular. There is a victory here. There is this end that you're coming from, and you are like getting out of it. You know, it's like you're moving away from it, which is, it's great. You know, I mean, this is what we want. You know, it's like we don't want to stay in this energy, you know. As I said, you know, the tens are always talking about endings and new beginnings. And that's why I say, you know, when this Nine of Swords comes out, it's like we are still in the process of ending. But when the 10 comes, it's really the end. And I see that, guys, you are making it. I think whatever this issue has been, whatever this battle, whatever this problem that make you feel super down, it's coming to an end and has come to an end, and now you're being able to profit of that situation and move forward. You know, this could also mean maybe moving. I mean, like literally changing of location. You know, let's say, let's see what is coming in the obstacle for Sagittarius. The obstacle for Sagittarius, guys. Okay, what is yes? This is the Six of Swords, and it's coming in your obstacle. It's 6-6 in your present. Very karmic. I think that someone here has, I mean, it's having, or it has a lot of difficulties to leave this past, this situation behind. Maybe this has been something where we had felt betrayal, we felt stabbed in the back, we felt maybe people have wronged us, you know, in a certain way that put us in a very negative space, you know, in our minds. And the Six of Swords, it's the moving forward. Is leaving the, you know, is leaving the waters that are very turbulent to the waters that are calm. Is having, like, looking for that peace of mind. It's like healing. And this is coming in the obstacle. So the good thing about this is that having the Six of Wands in your present, right beneath the obstacle, I think that this moving forward, this taking action, like this feeling of finally having the victory, you know, like saying, okay, I made it, I'm getting through this. It really hasn't been easy. I think that someone has really suffered from this. It has been very painful. And you know, I mean, as I said, this is very specific, but I sense that maybe, and this is connecting to someone there, someone had quite important mental issues, like feeling mentally ill, feeling mentally stuck, or feeling that, yeah, depression. And I think that taking this step forward, it has been a real battle. We'll see where this is going. Next card for Sagittarius, please. Mm. Mm. This is beautiful. This is being able to open up emotionally. The Knight of Cups. Again, I mean, I see a lot of movement here, guys. I mean, this is crazy because you already have two horses showing in the reading. With the Six of Wands and the Knight of Cups. Six of Swords, it means moving as well. And I sense that physically and emotionally you're being able to move forward. But maybe mentally, it's still being difficult to leave that past behind. Okay? The Knight of Cups coming more like in this future progress position, you know? I'm not the kind of tarot reader that likes to talk about future, okay? I mean, but of course, like when I'm telling the story, there is kind of like this line, and you can apply it to whatever is your present or past or future situation, like where you want to be guided to. But this is like giving me the sense that you're being able to finally open your emotions again. Maybe this is a cup of love, you know, maybe this is an offer of love where you are able to kind of feel again the lightness. You know, the nights, the beautiful, I mean, the nice thing about the nights is that there is like this super fresh energy about them, you know. It's like, and this Knight of Cups, you know, this is the lover. This is that fresh love that it's just unsteady, of course, because, you know, I mean, he's carrying that cup and the water can spill very easily being in that horse. You know, like he's not very much in control of his emotions. He's not very mature yet, but this is like a beautiful energy to have because it's like opening up, you know, it's like moving, you know, it's like something that it really makes us feel. And I think that this is something that you are opening to someone else, or maybe a project. It could be also related to your work or something that you're starting right now. Or it could be related to love, you know, I mean, partnerships, something that you will be, I mean, maybe somebody will be giving to you. By now, to be completely honest, I feel that this is more about you. This is more about you and how you're feeling, you know, and I think that this is the moment where you're feeling that you're moving forward. And because of that, you're being able to open your heart again. You know, that's this night. You know, it's like you are being open to have this sense of romanticism maybe, or just self-love, you know, like feeling again that love for yourself, you know, that can put you in a better vibes than what we are coming from. So how is that you see yourself in this situation? Sagittarius, how you see yourself? How you see yourself in this situation, Sagittarius? How you see yourself in this situation? You're still thinking of the past. You're moving forward because you know that whatever happened there, it wasn't right for you, okay? You could not stay where you were. But I think that you have deep inside some regrets. The Five of Cups is always a card that talks about, you know, depression or certain sadness over a situation, something that has been spilled. The good thing about this card is that, you know, this guy there, he doesn't see that he has these two of cups behind his back. So there is something that you still have emotionally, but I think that you're not seeing it coming. Or maybe you're not really looking at it. You think that you have lost already. You know, it's like that's kind of like that energy. You know, it's like you see is this guy looking at the cups spill while there is this behind. I know he's not really happy about that. So there is a sense of regret. I see that you have been very, I think I'm connecting very strongly here with somebody that has been very deep into their emotions. And I think somebody that had been thinking a lot of the past, things that didn't work out as they wish it could. And I think this is the reason why the Six of Swords is coming reverse. Because maybe mentally, I think physically, you're taking the steps. You're moving forward, you're going, you know, I mean, you're Sagittarius, you are pure fire. And I think there is many people in your environment, or you're gonna start feeling like many people in your environment are gonna start coming to you, towards you. You're gonna start attracting the good people, you know, like the people that are right for you and that will be an exact frequency with your energy. But I think that right now, as it comes, is that deep inside you, you are still a little bit stuck in your mind, in your, you know, but you're coming out of it because there is maybe something that you don't see coming. I think that there is something that you don't see coming, you know. This eclipse, guys, I mean, it has a sense of surprise. You know, like eclipses are like these radical changes. And sometimes there are things that come in a way that we didn't even expect it. And having in your sign, I mean, this is a lot regarding you, you know, like how constantly you see yourself. And this is the setup you're having to leave behind. Okay, let's continue. So what is coming in the environment for Sagittarius regarding this reading, please? What is in the environment for Sagittarius? What is coming in the environment for Sagittarius? I see that, wow, I saw the death card wanted to appear, but well, I'm gonna, he didn't, I now almost a fool. Okay, so yeah, big change, guys, big change. I mean, we have been all in these changes, but yeah. Yeah, in your environment. I think there has been, I will put one card, extra card later on to specify more about, you know, no, I'm gonna do it right now. I want to specify it right now, but this is in your environment. And what it is, the Ace of Swords. The Ace of Swords is a truth. It's something that comes and, you know, it cut cleans. It cuts what it doesn't serve anymore. It's a new beginning, you know, it's a new idea. As it's coming in your environment. And I see these, you know, so as, you know, this is not your energy. This is an energy external to you. Could be someone in particular related to your family, a loved one. It could be a work situation as well. Maybe there has been something that has been cut off regarding your work or a certain relationship. But this was a necessary end. Because this sword is associated to truth. You know, it's a sword that has a victory with it in the sense of it's a light. You know, it's light. It's something that we need to know. Something that maybe was communicated to us, so that you could move forward from this. I'm gonna specify right now what this Ace of Swords is coming to, but I want one card for the Ace of Swords, please. Yeah, separation of some kind with the moon. Yeah, I think in your environment, I think there has been a definitely like a hidden end. Because you know, the moon is coming with the Ace of Swords. And you know, the moon, in this case, for me, I will associate it to a certain separation. I think this could be also, you know, the moon many times is associated to fear, to anxiety, to depression, to a mother figure as well. I'm getting here. Maybe there has been something that happened regarding your mother or a mother figure that it's very important to you. Something that has been said. And I think that this truth that came out, it's a positive thing, as I said, because it's the truth. Something that had to come to the light. Something that maybe for a long time was hidden. Something that it could not be expressed or you could not see. And I think that right now you're being able to see it. The problem here is that you feel kind of regretful about it. Maybe this has been an end of a very important relationship for you that has already been ended in the past. And you know that you have to move forward. But mentally it's like, and emotionally maybe right now, you are in the moves of moving forward, but you are still deep inside yourself thinking of what it didn't work out. Now, the Ace of Swords is coming in this environment. And I see the Knight of Cups coming in this like more future progress position, which is great. Because I feel that with the Six of Wands right next to it, as I said before, I think that you're gonna really be able to move forward from this situation. I just think that you needed time. Yes, I want to see what is coming in the desires for Sagittarius. Desires for Sagittarius. Moving my stones. Yeah, guys, it's a shame you cannot see it because, you know, I have all my stones next to me. They help me. They support me to get these readings. But, you know, I'm planning on getting a good camera soon, so I will be able to show you all this later on. What you wish. You wish the past still. Sagittarius, you wish to rebirth. I mean, the Judgment card, and this is the main arcane right now in your reading, a part of the moon that came with the Ace of Swords in your environment, okay? This is coming in your wish position. And the Judgment is quite a complex card, okay? But it's a beautiful card because this means having a final resolution over a situation. And most certainly, this situation is a situation from the past. This is like, a lot of times it's talking about situations from the past that they rebirth, you know, they reappear in your life because we still need to work on them. And when they reappear, they don't reappear like they don't revert as they were before in the past. No, they reappear completely renewed. And this means like this big decision. I mean, having the Ace of Swords underneath it. You want a final decision. You need it. You want to be able to fly like the phoenix. You know, the story of the phoenix? You know, it's like, it's completely in the ashes. He's born in the ashes, and he's being able to fly away, you know, in the sky by himself, just by himself. And I'm still thinking here, and I'm getting a vibe, and maybe this is just for someone right there, because as this card talks about a lot the past, there's a big relationship with karma here. I think that somebody's still thinking a little bit too much about the past, okay? Somebody there is still kind of emotionally attached to the past. And you want to put an end to that. But at the same time, there is something here that you would like that will happen again, so that you will be able to move forward finally. You see where I'm going? It's like this energy of, maybe it's not that you are attached to the past in the same way as you were before. No, maybe what you want or what you're looking for is that final event, or maybe that final encounter or talk with someone precisely, that would allow you to move forward after. Maybe there has been things that or they were not said. And I think you want to communicate someone precisely. This is something like more specific, okay? As I said, the story, I mean, it's can go, the reading, it's very general, but sometimes it's like you get these guidelines where you see a precise, you know, road in the energy of someone that I think I'm connecting there. And what I feel is that there is the need to communicate something here. You still want to have the truth over that situation, and I think it's probably love related. I think you would be able, I mean, you would like to be able to open up about something that happened, that came to a closure, and that you would open up again in a way so that a new chapter could start. I hope you're following me, guys. But because you have a lot of regrets here. And I think you're moving, and you are, you know, it's like you in the present moment, you know, it's like you have a good vibe, you know, you have this energy of the Six of Wands, like fearing. I think you're getting again that energy. You're feeling again that energy, or maybe you're feeling again that you know, it's like that vibe that can allow you to maybe open up about your emotions. Because there has been something here that it came to an end, and it's dead end. I mean, dead end. But I think it's like having the Ten of Swords here and having in your environment, like in the line, the Ace of Swords coming in your environment with the moon. It's like this end with new start. Maybe this is a truth you want to communicate to someone. And there has been, maybe this is something secret. Maybe this is something that has been hidden for quite some time. Because, you know, it's like this this sense of still being attached to the past. But you don't want the past as it was before. You want a new, it's like you want to renew it. You want to renew it. You want that thing, but in a complete different way. In a way that is much more positive, where you can hear the music, where you can dance, where you can feel that you can stand up from that coffin, of death. Let's see what is coming, This is deep. Guys, I see that you're a lot in your emotions. Somebody there, at least someone there, it's really deep in their emotions. And I don't know why, I feel that it could be the other person, because talking about this story I'm feeling right now, and I think it's love related to one person in particular, one relationship. It could be also regarding your mother, as I said. It could be like that person that is very important in your life. But it's kind of like this mother figure. I think it's a feminine. So maybe this story is talking to a man there. To masculine, maybe. Anyway, I don't like to be gender specific, okay? Whatever gender you are, okay? You can flip it around, no problems. But I'm feeling here, this is more you guys wanting to open up. You wanting to communicate to that person. You wanting to open up about the truth. King of Swords. This is what you are like looking at right now. Like where you're heading. Wow. Queen of Swords on the back of the deck and the King of Swords. This is speaking, this story is speaking to me precisely to someone there that a relationship that has been put to an end. Or there has been a big problem, like something that happened in the past, and that it looks like there has been a lot of issues to move forward regarding this relationship, this situation. But these two persons are like almost the same. Queen of Swords and King of Swords, But these two characters, and I'm saying like there is the Ace of Swords in your environment, so there is definitely one of these two who wants to talk. And it wants to talk about the emotions, deep emotions, romantic emotions. But how it's gonna come out, or how this is gonna come out, this is gonna come out as something quite cold, because the King of Swords, and I really sense that this is the story of a masculine energy. The King of Swords is, it's like this, he's fair, he's justice, he really cuts the BS from the beginning to the end, it's like he's completely like a straightforward truth. And I think that you are the one who wants to communicate. Again, I'm getting this feeling of you are the one who wants to communicate the truth. And you want to say it as it is. But the emotions here, this message or this communication or this situation that it will come out as maybe cold, because he's no emotional. You know, the King of Swords is not the King of Cups. It's not the Queen of Wands. It's the King of Swords. You know, it's like, it's all about rationality. He's very rational. He doesn't want to get too much into his emotions. He just wants to come with the truth. With the truth. You know, it's like he's ready to use this sword. And I think that maybe this is what you are looking for. It's like you want to, because the only two cards that are talking about emotions here are the Five of Cups, that's coming in your, how you see yourself in this situation. So you are the one being regretful, but you still have those two cups. So there are still emotions there. And then we have the Knight of Cups, which is like, you are all over your emotions deep down. You have a lot of emotions here. But I think that your emotions still right now, they are not stable. So what happens with this situation is that you want to confront it and you want to communicate, but you're gonna have to be very rational and strategic about it. You know, it's like you're gonna have to be untruthful. I'm already at 41 minutes. Well, guys, I want one card for the King of Swords. One card for the King of Swords, please. One card for the King of Swords. What is this? How is it Sagittarius? What he's want to express there. Oh my. Emotions. Yes, because deep down you want to communicate to this queen. There is love here. There is definitely love. Deep emotions. And as I said, for someone there, if this is not precisely a partnership figure, like a love partner, I think this could be related to, as I said, a mother figure. Somebody in your family, or maybe a sibling that is very important to you, and that there has been a big problem in the past, and that there has been a closure, but that closure has been so painful that you want to find a way to heal that situation. Because the Queen of Cups, a part of being, obviously, she's the mother of love. She's a healer. She's very intuitive. She's very generous with her emotions. And I think this is what you want. This is what you want to communicate. And if this is the case, as the story was coming, that there is a partnership here, that it's very important for you. And I think there has been some truths that had been hidden, because there was a complete end here that was very necessary. It's like you still have this big necessity to come back in a way, but not to come back to create the same situation. You want to come back to create that new, something that is more truth and emotionally open. Or even it would be just peacemaking. Maybe there is, to be honest, I think that someone here really wants to come back with someone from the past. But if it's not the case, maybe this is just a situation where you just want to communicate with this particular person, so that you are able to heal that situation and move forward. Because, guys, this is your season. And, you're getting attention. You know that you have chances and you have possibilities here, you know. It's like you're moving, and you know you're starting to feel that your heart, and you know, and I think that this month is gonna be a month where you're gonna start feeling that things are moving on finally. But still there is this regret about this particular situation that I think for you is quite important to kind of heal so that you can move forward. And I think in this case it will come out. You're gonna be able to open up, but I sense that, and this maybe might come as kind of an advice, or maybe this is how you will appear in the situation, or how this will be communicated. I think you're gonna have to be open-hearted, but you're gonna have to be as well quite rational in the way that, in the sense that you are truth to your feelings. Your truth to your own feelings towards this situation or a particular person. And I think you will do it. I think right now you will have the strength to move forward. This, you know, you coming up as the king at the end, so it's very positive. Interesting, guys. I really like this reading. It's very... I got at the end quite specific with that story. I think that, well, you let me know. You let me know what it comes out of it. Whoa, okay. I see that you're moving forward, so I'm happy to see that, you know, because whatever happened in the past, you know, you don't want to stay here. Who wants to? No one. You don't deserve this. You don't deserve this. So move your ass and get your horse and move forward. Well, guys, I'm very happy with the reading. I hope that this has resonated with someone there. And of course, I'm open for private readings. So if you want, just check the box below. I have my Instagram, my Facebook page, and I have also my email where you can get some private readings. So see you the next month, and happy birthday. Bye bye.